So what are the best deals on Black Friday and Cyber Monday for content creators? In this video, I share 10 categories to be looking at coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Think Media TV, helping you go further, faster in media. And on this channel, we do tech gear reviews, video gear reviews, as well as tips and strategy videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And hey, at any point during this video, check out show notes and links in the description below. I'll summarize this episode as well as include anything that I forgot. Let's jump into the video. So Black Friday and Cyber Monday are not just great days for saving money on getting gifts for others, but they're a great time to invest in the gear and equipment for leveling up your content creation equipment. And you know, that's what Think Media TV is all about. I know that this community is passionate about making YouTube videos, about smartphone accessories and using live streaming like Facebook Live, and you know, going further, faster in media when it comes to photography and content creation in general. And so this is such a great time to be putting together a strategy for the next year of what kind of gear will take your content to the next level. And so these 10 categories are really the areas that I go through when thinking about what is it that I want to upgrade, what is it that I would like to be looking for my own content. So category number one is cameras. And the question to ask is, what kind of photos and videos do you want to be creating the next year? And so maybe you want to start vlogging, so you're looking for a point and shoot camera. Maybe it's time to upgrade to a mirrorless or a DSLR for taking your video quality to the next level. You know, I'm looking at the G7X Mark II or the Sony RX100 line. Sometimes it's not the newest model that really gets discounted, but maybe a few models back is really where you can find the savings. Maybe it's an action camera and you want to include that kind of footage in your content. You know, GoPro's gonna have a couple sales and deals this year, but then also cameras like the Yi, and actually have a video on that. It's a great budget action camera. There's an HD version. There's also a 4K version. And so those are some of the areas as you're putting together your strategy. Do you want to level up your camera? Number two is lenses. And the question I like to ask here is, what are some of the effects that I want to be creating in my content? Sometimes a wide angle lens, you know, gives you a look like this. Maybe you want to do more kind of B-roll footage and some more creative footage. So you're looking for a longer lens, like a 70-200. Lenses definitely have great deals on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And actually, in every one of these categories, I'll put links in the description to videos I've made about lenses, about cameras, just so if you're doing some research, thinking about, you know, what do I really want, you can watch some past Think Media videos to kind of put together your shopping list. For the third category is microphones. Do you want to level up your audio? And you know, looking out for shotgun microphones, sometimes companies like Rode, they usually don't do specials, but on Cyber Monday and Black Friday and Amazon.com, you can find deals on the Rode video mic. And one that I think is definitely good to keep an eye on is the blue Snowball microphone. And that's normally a $50 microphone, but it's a very killer USB microphone for, you know, doing Google Hangouts. Maybe you're gonna do some live video, but also for voice over content. You know, USB microphones sound amazing. That's a super popular mic and always goes on special. There's a lot of different styles to it. And so that's one to keep your eyes out for. Category number four is lighting. And especially I see this in Amazon Lightning deals, Prime Early Access deals. Lighting, there's a ton of great lighting deals to check out. And consider this, that lighting is actually one of the best investments you can make in your content. A lot of times, lighting can make your videos look a lot better than even a new camera or a better lens. You know, videos thrive on good lighting. So maybe you want to invest in a ring light. Maybe you want to invest in a lighting kit. I've got a couple great videos. I'll put a playlist to lighting where we talk about some bicolor lighting and some ring lights in the description. And if you can level up your lighting next year, it will take your content to a whole nother level. Category number five, this is something that I always get every year, is just storage. You know, first is SD cards, and SD cards just go on so cheap, and I really feel like at times you can never have enough. One reason why is because I also like to sometimes have some redundancy going, and so I like to do a project, have it saved on my computer, and I keep it on the SD card until all of the videos are published and live on YouTube, just as kind of a backup, right? And so having extra SD cards is a great thing to be looking for. Always killer deals on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And then number 2 would be hard drives. And so some people are saying, what's your workflow to save all your footage? Video gets really big, right? And so hard drives just get super slashed prices on these types of holidays, and storage is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So external hard drives are a great thing to be looking for. Category number 6 is computers and laptops. And this is one of the biggest things that can speed up your workflow. What's a workflow? Your workflow is how long it takes you to shoot all the way through editing and uploading, your content. And so a faster laptop or a faster computer can be a game changer for your content creation. I actually recently just upgraded my video editing PC, just did a video about that. I got it from Computer Upgrade Kings, which is a super cool site. And it's a custom PC build, but I was like, man, why didn't I do this sooner? Because everything that I'm doing is going a lot faster now because I've got a faster computer. So if you really want the next year to just be a year of crazy content creation, really think about ways you can speed up your workflow. And a new Mac or a new PC, depending on whichever you use, is one of the best ways to do that. Category number 7 is software. Software is actually one of the best categories to save money on during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because usually software companies have margins, so they can really slash the prices. I know that Red Giant does a big savings on color grading software, so you can check out their stuff. One thing that I always look for, if you're curious, what's the best video editing software, or what video editing software should I start with? I use Adobe Premiere Creative Cloud, but the one I always recommend is Adobe Elements. Whether for Mac or PC, you get the Elements with Photoshop combo. So now you can edit your videos, and then you can create thumbnails and social media content in Photoshop Elements. And that bundle usually gets slashed, on Cyber Monday and Black Friday. And so any kind of software, plugins, software, all that stuff gets heavily discounted. Photo editing stuff, Lightroom looks. There's a bunch of different ones that I have, my eyes on that usually get heavily discounted. And so now's the time of year definitely to pick up software. Category number 8 is drones. And here's your question. Do you want to start including drone footage in your content next year? And recently just did a video on the DJI Mavic killer drone. And there's gonna be some specials though. I think this year, the Phantom 3 Standard is gonna have some really slash prices. I know Best Buy, but even online. And there's a lot of different good drone brands. And I think drone footage can be a killer way to level up whatever you're creating. And so drones might be something you wanna check out. Category number 9 would be smartphone accessories. And if you've been hanging out with Think Media TV for very long, you've seen a lot of new videos about smartphone accessories lately. But I think 2 things. One investment actually could be your smartphone itself. I think for content creators, one of the tools we use more than anything else is this thing, right? And the amount of speed you have on your smartphone is huge for pumping out content, for doing things now like Facebook Live, Instagram announced live, YouTube live, and just so much is being produced right on our smartphone, as well as the accessories like microphones, like lenses, like tripods. And all of that stuff has killer deals during the holidays. And so check out smartphone accessories, and definitely check out the smartphone accessories playlist to think about what kind of gear you might want to level up. And category number 10 would just be accessories in general, but this might be everything else that I haven't covered yet. So tripods, headphones. And one thing that is also maybe included in here would be stabilizers. There's a lot of cool smartphone stabilizers now, things like the DJI Osmo, and there's even some other brands that are making phone stabilizers and DSLR, gimbals, really affordable. And so again, start with the question, what is your vision for your content next year? What level do you want to take your production value to? What are some of the things that you want to accomplish? And then be looking for those accessories that will make that possible, and taking advantage of the huge savings that are happening right now. Question of the day, what content creation tools are you shopping for this season to level up your content? Let me know in the comments section below. And remember that actually some of the best ideas come from you, the Think Media TV community. So definitely connect with everybody in the comments section. So thanks so much for checking out this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos just like this. And if you haven't downloaded the Think Media TV Video Gear Buyer's Guide, it's actually my guide of all the best cameras, lighting, microphones that I recommend for content creators. So you can grab that for free. Link on the YouTube card as well as in the description below. Until next time, Think Media TV is helping you go further, faster in media. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon. Question of the day. Question of the day. Question of the day.
No improvement.
I have no idea what I even want to say. I'm like, I know how it starts. It starts with question of the day.